My first year at Stevens Point, I think I made the honor roll, but I did it by getting a D in English, which was tough to do. I found out that I was probably dyslexic. Couldn't spell because my freshman professor told me, hey, there's 3 ways to spell two, not just one. So I was that far behind in the English aspect. But I love math and I love science and the rest of it. I've always been athletic. I participated in football, basketball, and track through high school. I wanted to follow up and see if I could be a varsity basketball player at a university level. My senior year, I actually did not go out for basketball and went out for gymnastics instead. I was not a very good gymnast either. I was so into sports that I wanted to continue with doing something. I lived in Smith Hall for all 4 years as a student at Stevens Point. After my first year, I applied to be a student assistant. And then after doing that for a couple of years, I applied to be the resident assistant, who kind of managed the different student assistants underneath the hall director, and learned a lot off from that. How to deal with people and conflict resolution. If somebody else is being criticized or something, you really want to see why and whether it's justified. And if it's not, then go be on their side. It's just becomes part of your nature to help other people, especially the ones that really need the assistance. Bobby Yanian was an economics professor that I had, I think probably my junior year in college. And he was not very well thought of by the other professors because he was a young professor. He believed in a different type of economics. It was kind of a libertarian type of look at government and economics. It certainly helps to expand your horizon to have somebody present ideas that are on a different viewpoint than what you have been accustomed to. And that had a huge impact for a long, long time, still does even today. After I finished up my term in the U.S. Army and was discharged, we moved to Mesa, Arizona to start careers. I bought a series of trucks, and then we established a whole fleet of trucks and became known as the person that can sell and apply the asphalt oil in the state of Arizona, as it turned out. If it was black and sticky, then I applied it. I served for 10 years as a council member in Mesa, an 8-year term, then I was off for a couple of years, and then came back and did a 2-year term, and then ran for mayor. My agenda was to do a master plan for Mesa to build out. But we had no financial plan to say, how are we going to accomplish this? So we put it together. That was really fun. I could use some of the economics and spreadsheets and stuff that I learned back in college and do some forecasting and see how this was all going to work with some really good staff members. I have a philosophy that he who dies with the most toys wins. The outdoors has been something I still enjoy. Boating, canoeing, fishing, hunting, fly fishing, give me an adventure. I ended up doing a cross-country bike ride of about 2,400 miles. I wanted to put my toe in San Diego, the Atlantic and the Pacific, and hit both oceans before I turned 40, and I accomplished that goal. Somehow I ended up with a unicycle one year. I've even ridden a big wheel, the old-fashioned bicycle as mayor, in some of the parades that they have in downtown. I've been very lucky to have 2 great children myself, Ryan and Chubby Hawker. Both of them did very well in college and now doing very well in careers, so extremely proud of both of them. Finding my love of my life, Penny Wuschwinkel, that has been a real experience to find someone that is in every level and equal, if not superior to me in intellect and abilities. The way we look at life together with our families, and it's happiest point of my life. Success is one thing, but if you're not enjoying it and not enjoying the life experience, then you're missing out.